And welcome back to the show. This is one of my favorite segments of the program. This is called Table Talk. This is when we get to meet a couple of local artists in the community and learn a little bit about them. I'm going to draw a couple of random questions, very random questions, out of this bag and learn a little bit more about you. So we have with us today, perhaps you could introduce yourselves.
Alexandra Isenor from Once Upon a Kingdom.
And?
Andrew Portolesi with Avenue Q by ToTo Too.
Nice to see you both. All right, let's get right to it. First question, here we are. First question is, what was the last book you read and how was it? Let's start with Alexandra. What was the last book you read?
The last book I read was probably, don't remember the title, but it was part of research for our Myth of the Dreamcatcher show. So I read a couple different books about all the different myths and then kind of picked my favorite. So definitely probably be one of those.
What a great plug for the show. Well done. Very smart answer. All right. And I suppose yours was Avenue Q, right?
Actually, yes. The last book I read, I went to see Avenue Q because it's still playing in New York City, and they have a companion book that's actually covered in plush. Fun fur.
Really?
And it's got all sorts of anecdotes about the show. It's really
awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome. All right. Okay. Excellent answers. Your producers will be very impressed with those. And let's learn something else about you. Question number 2. Who was your favorite teacher growing up, and what did you love about them? All right. Let's start with Andrew. Who was your favorite teacher?
My favorite teacher was actually a math teacher of mine in high school, Mrs. Gribble. She always made class really, really fun because she was constantly making all those math puns that you always hear, and she was actually the person that inspired me to go into math in my undergrad, which makes complete sense now that I'm doing theater on the side.
So you studied math initially?
Mm-hmm.
No kidding.
Yeah.
And did you do all of your undergraduate in math?
Yep, I have an undergrad in math, master's in biostatistics, so that's what I do in the real world.
Very cool. So do you work for Stats Canada or something?
Health Canada.
Health Canada, very interesting. Alexandra, what about you? Your favorite teacher?
I would say his name is Brian Boggs, and he was my drama teacher at Sacred Heart. And he was kind of the person who inspired me to go into theater. I was mainly a singer when I was very young. I did like Royal Conservatory exams, and I never really considered musicals or plays as something I would pursue, and he kind of encouraged me to audition, and then eventually encouraged me to audition outside of school. And that's kind of where I really was able to grow as an artist through his kind of mentorship.
He's a terrific guy. I know Brian too, and I know he's influenced a lot of people in town. That's very neat. All right, we've got time for another one. Next question here. Oh, what is the craziest thing you've ever had to do at an audition? That's a tricky one. All right, let's start with Andrew. What's the craziest thing, or maybe the most fun thing you did?
I think there was... Yeah, it was an audition for Carousel that Orpheus did a few years back. And I had to do ballet, having never done anything like that ever before. So, attempting a pirouette and some sort of jumpy things that I found out later what they were called.
I think that qualifies. That totally qualifies. That would be the craziest for me too. Yeah, how about you, Alexandra?
I think mine was probably an audition for If We Were Birds at U Ottawa. And what I had to do was, I was with another girl, and we had to slowly show our evolution into birds and show how we were related to each other. And I'd never met this girl before, and it was kind of just, that's what we were given and then go. So kind of a little improv bird piece, but it's very interesting.
Well, I thought that was a tough question, but I thought about 7 things. So yes, actually, when you think about it, they do ask us to do a lot of crazy things, don't they? Thanks for watching. Please check out some of the other segments in this episode, including a really fun interview we had with the folks from the Pirates of Penzance.